is breathing his last few breaths. That's why when the tabib and the physician was brought, of course for the formality, that Ahl-e-Bait are also showing the fact that we also follow the protocols. There's nothing wrong in reaching out for the cure of that which Imam was suffering from. And when this Tabib Haziq was brought, he looked at the wound of Amir al-Mu'mineen and he said that the wound has been struck and has been so deep, the poison has reached that there is very little chance of his survival. And he said one thing to Amir al-Mu'mineen. He said, I would suggest that this is the time that you start making your wasiyat. Imam knew ahead of time. Throughout the month of Ramadan, Imam was waiting for this moment. And his shahadat, and therefore Imam wastes no time to start addressing his family members regarding those wasaya that he left behind. I'll recite a couple of wasiyat from the kalam of Amir al-Mu'mineen, that you look at a person who is on his deathbed, breathing last few of his breaths, yet having a mind to be able to address the most difficult and the most relevant things to not only his children, but of course he knows that this kalam of mine will reach generations to come. And when you and I sit here tonight, commemorating his shahadat, we'll give tribute to Imam by reminding ourselves the wasiyat that Imam left behind, the words of wisdom that were addressed initially to Hasanain alayhi salatu wasalam, that they weren't only for them, they are for each and every single one of us. The tajdeed and the renewal of our commitment to the wilayat of Ali is to recognize what he wanted from us, is to not fail him. Because ayat of Quran says, فَسَيَرَى اللَّهُ عَمَلَكُمْ وَرَسُولُهُ وَالْمُؤْمِنِينَ. That indeed Allah will see your amal, Rasul will see your amal, and mu'mineen will see your amal. In this ayat, the word Allah is clear. In this ayat, the word Rasul is understood. But who is the murad and the manifestation of the word mu'min? Is it you and I, whom we call each other to be mu'mineen? Mufassirin mentioned mu'min in this ayat refers to ma'sumin. So yes, Ali knows about your actions. Ali is aware about your amal. So let's put our best of the amal in this temporary abode that you and I are in. Imam, the first things that he uttered as far as the wasiyat is concerned, Imam said, Usikuma bitaqwallahi wa alla tabghiyat dunya in baghatkuma. I give wasiyat to you too, O Hassan and Hussein, to practice the taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know how loosely the term taqwa is used in our gatherings. Well, taqwa is not just fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that when you are in the masjid, you are in Imam Barga, you are in the house of worship, that you are at the best of your taqwa. Muttaqi is someone that not only in masjid, Imam Barga, and the place of worship, in the presence of Allah is, or if he is confiding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be only present in the masjid. That even in your amal outside of the place of ibadat, you should be muttaqi. With your family, you should be muttaqi. Before eating, you should have taqwa. Before talking, you should have taqwa. Before walking, you should have taqwa. That presence of mind regarding all of this is what Imam is saying. Usikuma bi taqwallah And do not let the world deceive you even if it comes after you. And we know from these words of Amir al-Mu'mineen that his children, Hasanain, are masoom. They're infallible. The world will not deceive them or cannot deceive them. That means this wasiyat is not for them. Rather, this wasiyat is 100% for you and I, who are easily deceived by the world. And therefore, it is a reminder that is needed to practice this taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.